All right, back with our guest. I'm speaking to Jennifer Laar, the managing editor of Red State. And Jennifer, I got to be honest, I was reading through one of your columns during the break. The Chinese audiences allegedly mocked the Tomorrow War bored of the hero role always played by the U.S. And I love your stuff. You write some great columns. So I'm going to look forward to reading you from now on. But I want to get back to this issue with what are the biggest concerns with China that America should, or the biggest concerns that Americans should have about China?
Oh, geez. They're in every facet of our life, so it's really hard to narrow it down. But one thing that's kind of in the news now is a lot of Chinese companies, and even some owned by known Chinese military officials, are purchasing a lot of farmland within the United States.
Yes.
One of those ranches is actually right near Lackland Air Force Base in Texas, and right near the border with Mexico. So we know that China works with Mexican drug cartels on money laundering, drug trafficking, and most likely human trafficking too. So, I mean, it's a little problematic that they have all of this land right along the border.
You know what?
Can't possibly be
go
good
ahead. I'm
for
sorry.
us.
Okay, with this issue, working with the Mexican cartels, the Chinese government working with the Mexican cartels. I saw that headline. I didn't click on it earlier. I'm fascinated about that. And their goal is, you think it's strictly to make money, or is it simply to kill us when it comes to this fentanyl addiction that many Americans are suffering from?
Definitely to make money, and if they can make money while they're harming us, then that's okay. I think a lot of people are still under the misconception that China is not out to just completely destroy our society. They believe their society is superior to all others, racially, economically, educationally, in every way, and they have no respect for any kind of culture or traditions that we have, because they fully believe in Chinese superiority. And there's a great author, Sam Cooper, out of Canada, who's written a whole book about how the Chinese and the Mexican cartels work together to kind of parcel out which types of drugs each will traffic, and how they launder their money through, in Canada, through a lot of their casinos. Wow.
And then they're purchasing, wow, that is unreal. All right, and now they're purchasing farmland, which and if I'm not mistaken, this isn't new, but they're purchasing more farmland. Is that the issue? And the goal is to because they control a lot of our livestock, don't they, inside of the United States? And how the heck did we let that happen?
I don't know how we let that happen. And even within Los Angeles, like our area, there's a lot of commercial real estate and residential multifamily real estate that they control. And a lot of downtown LA is pretty vacant, but owned by Chinese corporations. So what that does is lowers our housing supply and makes the rent even higher. So they're kind of out in every way to destroy society. The other thing people need to be aware of is the student visas, the Chinese students that are here on visas, they do not get to go out of the country unless their family is somehow really connected within the party. It's not just a free society. So when they're here, they're expected to bring back to the party any knowledge that they get here. So if they're doing research on any kind of medical things or technological, if they're at JPL, for instance, that knowledge is all supposed to go back to them in China, or their families there can be hurt. So we're just open in every single way because we like to share our technology with other people. We believe in other people and countries being good. That's what we believe as Americans, and we want to share all of the research and the knowledge and the breakthroughs that we've had, but we have to be smart about it.
Yeah, and we don't understand that communism, apparently, we don't understand how evil communism is because apparently it's not taught on our college campuses anymore. Let me ask you, when you talk about, some... And obviously, I don't want people to take this wrong, but you talk about some Chinese that come to the United States and they enter our learning institutions, so on, et cetera. Is this a college age problem? Are you seeing people? Because I'll be honest with you, I know Chinese that have come out here in order to graduate, go to different high schools and graduate. Do you think that's an issue, or are we talking about college age beyond? What exactly are we talking about? Or what should we be
I
concerned
think it's
about?
an issue. I'm not saying all of those people are evil in any way.
Sure,
but
sure.
where it's an issue is that even if they want to get away from the communism, there's so many Chinese assets within our country that are there to try to keep these people roped in. So even if you say you're a 16-year-old and you come here to graduate high school and you really do want to get away from that communist control and mindset, it's going to be very difficult for you because of all of the checks and balances that they have in their system to keep you under control. But when I'm talking about students, I'm also talking about researchers that do medical and scientific research can be in their 30s and 40s and still be working at universities
Right.
and have those kind of research visas. That is the main problem.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. And last week I actually did at least a segment on that particular issue. Jennifer, listen, we're going to have you back. I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to be reading more and more of your stuff, but I appreciate you staying up on this stuff for us. So God bless you and all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, that was Jennifer Van Laar. She is with, I should ask her to give her information. Check her out at redstate.com. Jennifer Van Laar at redstate.com. I'll find her information and make sure I get it out to you. Worth reading her stuff, some good stuff on Red State. This is Carl Jackson in for Larry Elder. We'll be back in a few.